folks at home something to keep their eye on?
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best.
I'm the coach.
Coach, thanks. It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
30 base. 53. You must be
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Moore, complete, the tight end Kelsey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is caught by Robinson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Let's meet the offense. Greg Robinson. Very, very talented.
What a man to set your offensive line with. Greg Robinson can do it all. Tremendous athleticism, great strength, just coming into his own.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Number 53. Mike 53. You're not ready. You're not ready.
A run for Nick Chubb. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Moore. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Moore now. Going to throw deep for the end zone. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Go! Let's go!
Browns offense coming back onto the field here. We mentioned earlier their loss to Seattle in Week 6. Back-to-back losses now. And you think about it, Charles, at this point last season, the Browns actually had a better record than they do right now at 2-4.
Hard to believe. And remember what we said in preseason, that these Browns and their fans, it's not the lovable Browns and, oh, we have low expectations. If we got to this point and they weren't playing well, might be a little bit ugly in Cleveland right now because things have really jumped in where they expect this team to be. They haven't won a game at home yet this season. And how about the upcoming schedule? They get the open week, and they need it. Then things really start to jump up. At New England. At Denver is playing much better on defense. And then they host Buffalo, one of the surprises of the season in the early going.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now Chubb. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry there to make the grab. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out here comes Kansas City's offense. Charles, those 2 straight home losses for Kansas City, as we said earlier, drops them to 4-2. But, you know, you've told me you still very much believe in this team despite those 2 defeats.
I certainly do. They have to shore things up on defense, and we'll see how that goes, especially in the run game. But when Patrick Mahomes is piloting your offense and you have the weapons on the perimeter and they got Damian Williams back as a running back, they're going to be dangerous every time they play. Still can't believe they lost consecutive home games the first time since 2015, because that's a tough environment for an opponent to go into. But this short week, Thursday night at Denver, a vital game for Kansas City. They need it in a big way.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Moore on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
Third and long for Mayfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on third.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They run. Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
At the 49-yard line.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hi, Chris Bell here. Another nice game for charity. I know yesterday was a loss for me, but so far I'm winning today. How about that? Tomorrow was supposed to be a rest day, but I did miss the Monday nighter, so we got a game at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So make sure you join us tomorrow, 1 o'clock, for the Monday night game that we were supposed to play last night, and it was because I had fallen asleep on the bus and fallen asleep at the bus terminal that's why we didn't play last night. But make sure you join us tomorrow. Also, later on YouTube, probably I'll be putting it up tomorrow morning, another video letting you know more about Extra Life, which I'm kind of doing right now anyway. So, in case you're watching us on the replay, Extra Life is a charity that lets gamers of all ages play video games to support sick kids in local hospitals. So far, I got no donations this week, but I'm hoping that you will chime in at some point and donate. To donate, please, to my Extra Life fundraiser, please visit the link on the screen below. That's facebook.com/Karen Bell Piano Boy to donate. That's the first news. Your donations are 100% tax deductible. So, also just a reminder, Extra Life Day is Saturday. We will be having a semifinal game that afternoon, or that evening. So, just a reminder, Extra Life Game Day is this coming Saturday, November the 2nd. So, we will have a game that afternoon. I'll announce more about it Friday, after Friday, probably Friday night during the Friday night game. So, thank you. Now, the winner of this game goes on to the semifinals on Friday. So glad I'm winning right now. So, just a recap of this tournament so far. Of course, the Rams beat Cincinnati 37-0. They're on their way to the semifinals. And, of course, we had Kansas City 103-17. But that game, we didn't count it because the scoring was too high. So, yesterday we had Kansas City over Green Bay 47-20. Kansas City is moving on to the... Kansas City has moved on to today's game, and the winner of today's game moves on to the semifinals, since we have 9 teams in this tournament. So I'll get you back to the second quarter now, and I'll join you at halftime with a preview of the second half. Thank you.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On the ground, it's Chubb. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that, because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. A give. This is Chubb. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So on fourth down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Well, Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run, maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last 2, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 game of the week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Also have New Orleans at Chicago and Philly visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a huge one in the NFC East.
Yeah, both teams 3-3. The winner will have the lead in that division. Travis Carey there to make the tackle. To throw on second. It's Hill, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Tyreek Hill made his return in Week 6 after being out since the opener, and he was good. His 9th game with 2 or more touchdowns since he came into the league back in 2016. During that span, by the way, 18 touchdowns of 40-plus yards. That's more than double the next best total.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
So we got man.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Mayfield to throw it. Try to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He'll rifle this one deep right. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 33. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
Get ready, get ready.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. And to give this time to the tailback. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they will take a knee here.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, check. 3 down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
4 down.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Going deep here for Landry. Inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach.
Welcome to the halftime report. I'm Sportsmaster / Chris Bell, of course. Score 10-6 Browns at the half, 274-86 offense Browns, 118-16 rushing yards Browns, 156-70 passing yards Browns, 9-4 first downs Browns, no punt return yards, 47-0 kick return yards Browns, 321-86 total yards Browns, no turnovers, 1 for 6 third downs Kansas City, 3 for 9 Browns, 0 no fourth downs, Kansas City, 3 for 4 Browns. No 2-point conversions. No red zone, Kansas City, 1 for 1 Browns. No red zone touchdowns, 1-0 red zone field goals, Browns. No penalties, Kansas City, 2 for 10 yards, Browns. 22-54 to 7:05. Time of possession goes to the Browns. All right. Scoring. Harrison Butker, 45-yard field goal is good with 9:29 to go. Baker Mayfield passed to Landry for a 22-yard touchdown with 6:21 to go. Austin Seibert, 23-yard field goal is good with 12:23 to go. And finally, Harrison Butker, 51-yard field goal is good with 10:11 to go. That's your scoring this half. So what I'm going to do now is talk a little bit about Extra Life. Extra Life is a charity that was started by gamers for gamers to sign up at extra-life.org and play games for 25 hours. However, or however they feel to play for to raise money for sick kids. I'm playing this whole week to raise money for Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital. To donate to my fundraiser, you can go to facebook.com/Karen Bell Piano Boy. It's on the screen, and scroll down to the fundraising tab, or go to extra-life.org and search for Christopher Bell, and you'll find my picture under Team Rainbow. Okay. Your donations are tax deductible, and that pretty much explains it. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, and I'll come back and talk to you more in about 10-15 minutes. And we're on an hour halftime break, so like I said yesterday, feel free to take a break, take a breather, eat, do whatever you need to do, and then make sure you come back for the second half, because this is an exciting game right now. 10-6 Cleveland at the half. If I win today, this will be, I think, my first Madden win ever playing on Pro. I really haven't won on Pro before, so this may be my first Madden win ever playing on Pro mode. So hopefully I win, but if I don't win anyway, I'm just playing for fun and charity. Thank you. Sorry for the extended wait. I had to reorganize the bracket. So, right now, we got about half an hour to go until we play the second half of this game. It is 10-6 Cleveland, so... And again, this tournament started as all Madden and didn't go so well. That's why I moved it up to pro level. I moved the level down to pro difficulty. So, let's recap the tournament so far. 37-0 Los Angeles Rams over the Bengals in the Face of the Franchise tournament game on Sunday. Of course, Sunday night we had 103-17 Kansas City, but that game got reviewed and rematched. Yesterday we had 47-20 Kansas City over Green Bay, and Kansas City is now playing Cleveland for the right at the semifinals. So the way this tournament works is there are 9 teams in this tournament, and Green Bay and Kansas City was the playing game, and the rest are games going on right now are second round games, and then the 4 teams left will go to the semifinals, and then a third place game, and then a final. But let's talk about why I'm playing this week. It's for a good cause called Extra Life. They donate money to they have gamers play to get donations from their family and friends to donate money to children's hospitals to help the sick children. All donations are 100% tax deductible, and I'm playing for Team Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital this week. So, if you want to donate, please go to the website at the bottom of the screen, which is facebook.com/Karen Bell Piano Boy, and scroll down to the fundraising tab. You can also donate at Extra Life, extra-life.org, and search my name, Christopher Aaron Bell, or Christopher Bell, and you'll find me, my picture, and you can donate there as well. Again, donations are 100% tax deductible. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a break for the rest of the halftime, and then the third quarter should come on in about 28 minutes. So sit back, relax, take a break. Third quarter coming up in 28 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jarvis Landry and company heading back onto the field now. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now left side on the swing pass. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. Here's 2nd and 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. More now from the gun on third down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They run it again with Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's third and 9.
Bound to lose one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Seibert for the Browns field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 2nd down now, it's McCoy. He can't get him down. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Oh, you Kareem Hunt. We know you've got the power. We know you've got the speed. Now, how about that? Show us a little bit of that wiggle in there. How about that one, partner?
Can you imagine trying to tackle that? Yeah, I'll stay up here with you.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Mike, 6-man.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 15 at the 46-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down and...
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our 3rd quarter break. So this is going to be, let's see, it is 3 o'clock. So we're going to do a 15-minute break. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes, please. And what I'm going to do now is let you know about Extra Life. Extra Life is a charity that was started by gamers for gamers to sign up online at extra-life.org to play games for sick kids in the hospitals. All this week I'm playing sorry, I'm cleaning the system. Anyway, all this week I'm playing for the charity of Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital. So far I've gotten no donations, but it would be nice if you guys would like to donate to this cause. Your donations are tax deductible. Go to the website at the bottom of the screen, or you can go to extra-life.org and search for, I think, Christopher Bell, and then you'll find my profile. It's a picture of me on my profile, so you'll find it. to donate, and your donations are 100% tax deductible. I'm going to take a break now. The fourth quarter is coming up in about 13 minutes, and then and that'll be after the fourth quarter. That'll be it for today's action. We'll have more action tomorrow at 1:20. Actually, we'll have more action tonight at 9 o'clock. The Monday night game, we're going to have it tonight around 9 o'clock. I'm moving the game again, 9 o'clock tonight, so I can get it over and have our tournament rest day tomorrow. Thank you.
And that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
At the 17-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Not that time for Watkins, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And Butker able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This fielded at the 2. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction. And that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the...
He's got him in. Complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 74 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Moore. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A big play there for KC. 41 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now Moore looking to throw on 2nd down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion.
Jarvis Landry. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline.
And he's into the clear. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Going deep here for Landry. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm willing to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 20-yard line. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only one time. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Butker's kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
We got this.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So, sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Landry, the intended target. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
To throw is Moore. Throwing on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the grab. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But in this league, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Here's Moore on 1st and 10. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moore. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Back to throw. Moore. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Moore throwing on 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield, he's going to look deep and got his man complete. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices when we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught here by Bell. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Looking to throw. Moore. And this is caught by Watkins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
Well, I lose 34-27. 579 to 348 offense. Browns 177-49 rushing yards. 259 pass to 299 passing. 17-11 first downs. Browns 10-0 punt return yards. Browns 191-14 kick return yards. Browns 780 362 total yards. Browns. 2 turnovers for the Browns, none for Kansas City. 3 for 15 third downs, 7 for 18 Browns. No fourth downs, 3 for 8 Browns. No 2-point conversions, 3 for 3 red zone Kansas City. 2 for 2 Browns. 1 of the red zone touchdown Browns. 3 of 1 red zone field goals Kansas City. No penalties, 4 for 30 yards Browns. 39-19, 20-41, 10 possession Browns. Austin Siebert field goal good, 7:12 to go in the fourth. In the third. Harrison Butker 52-yard field goal good, 4:45 to go in the third. Austin Siebert 39-yard field goal good, 7:12 to go in the third. Fourth quarter. 3-yard rush by Kareem Hunt for a touchdown, 13:28 to go. Harrison Butker, 35-yard field goal is good, 10:26 to go. Matt Moore passes Sammy Watkins, 74-yard touchdown. That was with 10:10 to go. Baker Mayfield passed to Jarvis Landry for a 99-yard touchdown, 7:54 to go. Matt Moore passed to Tyreek Hill for a 75-yard touchdown, 7:42 to go. Butker 43-yard field goal is good, 5:48 to go, and that is your game. 34-27, Chiefs beat the Browns. Chiefs move on to play on Friday. We'll see you tonight at 9 with the last night's makeup match on the Chris channel. Till then, I'm Sportsmaster / Chris Bell. Goodbye.